Do dee dun dee dee lie dee lie do dee dun dee dee lie dee lie dee do dee hum dee lie dun dee da do. Where are we today, boys and girls?
Achinbaird Windmill.
Achinbaird Windmill, or the new Sauchie windmill. Now, when do you think this was built?
18th century?
18th century. Well, they think it was maybe at the end of the 17th century or the early 18th century.
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all, William.
Yeah.
And as you can see here, are we quite high up or are we quite low down?
Quite high up.
We're quite high up because when we look down here, what's the town over to this side?
Sauchie.
Sauchie, that's right. So there's the new houses and we can see over there to the church spire, etc. And then out over to the flats there. And then what's on this side? What's that mountain or hill away off in the distance? Is that Dookit? I think it might be. Or the one on the west side of it, and then Myreton Hill as well.
Is that a comet?
Is that a comet? Let's have a wee look and see.
I think it's a plane because...
You think it's a plane? I
I
can't
think
see
it's
it.
a comet.
I don't know if I can quite see it with the camera. I think it's too far away. So what are these hills over in front of us here?
Ochels.
The Ochel Hills, that's right. And just look at them today. What's that white stuff up on the top of them, Chloe?
Snake. Snow!
Snow. Look at it there, away up in the back ones.
So much snow.
And look at up in there. Wow, isn't that amazing?
Do you think we're going to get snow?
Well, if it's stuck there in the hills, then you never know. It might not be far away, eh? So, here we're right up on a wee ridge line, aren't we?
Aye.
And that is exactly why they built the windmill here, isn't it?
Since this looks like a rook from chess, I guess it's not building it high up would have been a rookie mistake.
Oh, there you go. Now it does look just like a rook because it's got those bits on the top. And the bit on the top was where the windmill used to be. Now what do you think the windmill would have been made out of?
Straw?
Straw? No.
Wood?
It was made out of wood, and then the sails were made out of canvas. So that meant when they were up here, if the wind was blowing from the west, they could turn it to face the west. And if it was blowing from the east, they could turn it to get the wind from the east. How awesome is that?
Interesting.
And after it served its time as a windmill, it changed into something else. What do you think that something else could have been?
Dookit?
A Dookit. And what is a Dookit?
It's where they keep all the pigeons.
All the pigeons and all the wildlife, that's right. So they can have some meat through the winter, isn't it?
Hey, you can barely see inside. I guess that's what the whole is for, keeping the pigeons in.
Aye, for keeping them all in. So on this one now, when we looked at the last Dookit, what did it have around it? It had a wee line around it.
So the rats couldn't get up.
To stop the rats getting in. So if we look up the top there, we can see that this one has also got a wee ridge line. And that's exactly what it's for stopping anything getting in to eat all the birds and animals inside.
And I think they put that there in the first place as well because they didn't want anything getting in, eating all their stuff.
That's exactly right, yeah. So will we go in or see if we can have a wee look inside and see what we can see?
I think they removed the stairs or something.
I think they've taken everything out so people can't get in now. Previously this used to have all the machinery and everything in it as well.
Ooh!
But we can't see very well because of all the girders, can we?
Imagine seeing this with pigeons flying all over the place.
Well, we just saw some birds flying about there now. Oh, wait a minute, look down there. What's happened to that tree?
No.
What happened last week? What did we have?
Storm.
A storm. Do you can remember the name of the storm?
No.
Storm Arwen. And we've just been over the road there, just behind us in Sauchie, and what did we see there?
A fallen down tree.
Not just a fallen down tree. This one's kind of snapped and fallen down. What was the other tree we saw?
It was literally hacked down by the wind, and it literally took a roof off.
Yeah, it took a roof off a house, and it was lucky it fell the way it did, because if it had fallen the other way, it might have demolished a whole block of flats. It was incredibly dangerous, wasn't it?
Yeah, and also, in my opinion, that looked like as if a giant had tried to pull out a tree, but at the very end when it had nearly gotten it out, it gave up.
Did it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Look over there.
Oh, what's down there? So some horses. We'll see if we can spy the horses from up here.
Aye. But they're too far away.
Oh, look, there they are. Do you know what kind of horses they might be?
Yeah.
No?
Golden horse?
White ones. Right, well, we'll just take a wee walk down towards them then.
Oh, poo.
Now, the Dookit here was abandoned at an unknown date, and it was later conserved as a landscape feature and a visitor attraction. So the structure stands on the edge of a ridge at the height of 53 metres. The circular walled shell of this late 17th or 18th century vaulted tower windmill has red sandstone rubble. Now, is that like anywhere else? What other place do we know is built with red sandstone rubble? Is that not Alloa Tower as well? I think it's made from exactly the same stuff. Is that not right?
Yeah. Why is this place ever rich in red sandstone rubble?
Oh yeah, that's why they were all built like that. So, walls rising from a partly exposed foundations. The tower does not appear to taper towards the top. So yeah, what does it mean when it says it doesn't appear to taper? What does that mean?
Does it mean spiral?
Yeah, so instead of going into like a wee spire and going all pointy, it just goes straight up in a circular form, doesn't it? Right, but many have been reduced in, but may have been reduced in height. So imagine this was even taller than what it used to be.
Oh.
Huh? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Now, the original wooden wind cup, so that's what we're talking about, the bit at the top, that would have formed a third story, and the wood and fabric sails are all absent. It had a well-constructed vaulted basement and access penned area. The stone tower had 2 stories and was later topped by a brick-built domed roof with an oculus or circular hole. So there you go, you can just see that right there.
Oi, there's a tree.
Oh, there's a tree growing out it.
Aye.
There is too. And look here, look at this wee bridge just outside it. How cool is that?
Yeah.
I think that's absolutely beautiful, don't you? Now, would this been for a water source or water to come out of it or something? This definitely looks like it would have been part of the building, didn't it?
Yeah, but now it's just still run with brambles.
Yeah.
We could try going over it.
We could try going over it. I think you can, yeah. So there's a wee path there. Do you guys want to walk over it and I'll take a wee video of you?
Ooh.
Right, just go through there. Oh, you'll be fine.
Okay. As long as the bridge doesn't break on his weight.
Aye.
Aye. Did he hint it'll happen? Ooh.
You can do it.
Yeah, it's stable. Stay away from it.
Ah, it's nice and stable.
Hey.
It's like the Devil's Bridge, yeah. You managing? Alright, come back this way then. Hello, Daisy. You come back over?
Aye. That's crazy.
So there you go. So that's what it says there. So it says the area below the tower connecting with the vaulted entrance has been infilled. So that must be the vaulted entrance then, maybe. What do you think? Huh? What do you think? That wee bit might have been the old entrance, maybe. So it would have had a potence of some description used to reach the nesting boxes that have since been removed. So that's what we were just talking about, weren't we? It is a scheduled monument. Now, what does a scheduled monument mean?
It means that it was built at a certain date.
Yeah, well, it means it's getting looked after now. It means it's a special zone that's you can't build on, or you can't do certain things to it.
it's illegal to knock it down.
Or knock it down or sell it or whatever.
Or I think it's like one of those buildings that's owned by the people, really. It's
Aye,
illegal to buy.
no, that's right. So Achinbaird was a nearby farm, and the name is often applied to the windmill. A construction type that is rare in the UK outside Scotland, that was converted into a dookit. So even, I think in the rest of the world, places like this are not very common. And it was sometime before 1860 that it was actually turned into the dookit. So it might not have, the windmill, it doesn't sound like the windmill was maybe needed after that point. So they might have had another way of getting that kind of stuff, eh? Now, the dookits were a feature of many country estates, and such buildings were a valuable source of meat and eggs, that's right, adding variety to meals, especially in the winter months. The large amounts of droppings which built up in the dookit floor made available general fertiliser and was also used for bombs, gunpowder. That's right, William. You remember this from the last time, eh? This one's quite easy for you, isn't it?
Think about it. I guess this term must have once been quite explosive.
Explosive. You didn't, did you?
No.
You just did, didn't you? Okay, so windmills were often built in areas of low rainfall, or where the land was flat and the current sluggish. However, the advantage was suitable for windmills post-harvest. It is not known when it was abandoned. This type of windmill is described as a fixed tower surmount. Oh, what's this there here? Come on, let's have a look. Well, this is what they're talking about. So this was up on the nice wee ridgeway, and then we've got the water just down there, eh?
Yeah, and the destroyed tree.
And the destroyed tree. Well, we go down and have a look at the destroyed tree.
Yeah.
That's what I think we'll do, eh?
I wish I had a sledge.
Here, you take that and give me my stick.
Okay.
So I can't go down the hill without my stick.
See what I think? I wish I had a sledge so I could just fly down it.
Well, I'm sure there has been folk that's come and sledged here. What do you think?
Yeah.
And just look at the Ochil Hills up there, eh?
Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely stunning.
Ay caramba.
Absolutely stunning.
I think there might also be rabbits here.
Oh, do you think so? I think this might be quite a nice wee bit for the rabbits, aye?
Yeah, since I've seen lots of their warrens in some places like this.
Oh, you've seen warrens on bits like this before, have you?
Yeah.
And just look at this tree. Imagine how long that looks like, a really old one. I might say that one's a few hundred years old or a couple of 100 years old. What do you think?
Yeah, you can count the growth rings.
Aye, let's see if we can count the growth rings while we're here. What's that, Will? Can I hear you way over there?
Was it marble trees?
Oh, is it multiple trees? I don't know, I think it's just the one.
Oh, look, over there, like, there's another one. There's one over there.
Oh, aye.
So it's not just one tree, it's multiple trees.
Look at this.
But looking at how the kids manipulated, I think that wasn't caused by storm from our wind because of how decayed the inside is.
Well, I think it might have been a combination of both, eh? That looks like the weak point, because it does look like the inside of that tree there's not very well at all, is it?
It's pretty old.
Ah, well, we were just saying that. I don't know, what do you think? 200 years old? Maybe 300 if it's lucky? It could be even older, who knows?
Aye.
But yeah, there's a big dead bit. I mean, look at that bit that's on the ground here. That bit there has got, yeah, a big chunk of dead tree in the middle by the looks of it, doesn't it?
Aye, it looks like it's not having the best of times.
No, it's not very happy. And it's blocked off all the pass through here. Aye.
134. Counted the growth.
You counted the growth rings, and show me where you counted them. Let's see where we counted them.
There was
A nice wee one down there.
yeah, but I lost it.
All right.
But yeah, 137 years old.
Right, let's go up this way and we'll go back up, have one wee look at the tower, and then we'll say cheerio.
Aye.
What do you think?
137-year-old tree.
137-year-old tree. So I think the tower was maybe there a lot longer than it, but the tree would have, and the tower would have been hanging out here for quite some time.
Aye. Until it got knocked down.
Aye.
Wonder how many lessons are there in the autumn.
Well, I think there'd be quite a few, don't you? Right, let's see if I can get back up here.
Dad,
What?
I got a fun but interesting fact.
All right, tell me.
There was actually a 22-year period where a samurai could have sent a fax to the President of the United States.
Oh, really?
Aye.
Oh, wow, that sounds awesome.
Interesting.
Aye, very. Right. Well, we say goodbye.
Bye.